Okay, we're live.
All right, not too many questions. So
Yeah, I've not done the reading as far as being as prepared for this as I should be. I've been trying to get another group presentation done in another class.
yeah, I don't blame you. All right, let's see if we can power through this.
I got the first two done.
Yes.
Looks like we have two more data sets to download eventually.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just.
So, null and alternative.
All right. Sorry, I'm just getting it open up. All right. So number 3, the true linear regression equation. Okay, we know that. We're B. Okay, what are the null and alternative hypothesis for B1? So I'm guessing it would be B1 equals 0.
And B1 is
Not equal to?
thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking C.
Yeah, that's what I would also say.
Okay. So a residual is the difference between the observed value of y for a given x and the predicted value of y on the regression line for the same x.
Observed value y.
That's what the reading says, I presume.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's got to be D or C then, yeah?
Yep, that's correct. Look, normally distributed, the residuals are all positive. You see a megaphone shape, you see a pattern in the residuals. Megaphone shape occurs when points tend to be close together on one side of the graph, farther apart. Okay. It could arise in a residual plot. So it looks like a residual plot will be curvature, megaphone, and outliers.
Mm-hmm.
It'd probably be C then. You see megaphone shape and the residuals.
Yeah. Do you guys see where I'm looking?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Am I reading that right?
I,
Am I reading that right? Those are all residual shapes, residual plots.
What's the other one?
there are several patterns that could arise in a residual plot, so yeah.
Yeah, megaphone's just one of them. Yeah, I see the curvature and the outliers too.
Okay. So we'll go with C. Maybe all the answers are C.
they say that like 60% or 70% of the answers really are C on quizzes like that. So
Oh, really?
yeah, I say if you're in doubt, man, choose C.
Now we gotta download some data.
Yep.
I need to open the charts. No, that's not what I want.
If you guys are interested, we've already downloaded Math Self-Efficacy. I have it
Oh,
downloaded twice already.
Oh, yep, that's the second time I've done it too.
There we go.
So complete the residuals. So we have to open, was it inferences?
Score is the response. So once again, we got to make sure we put these in opposite of what they're showing.
Okay.
Man, my computer's having issues with Excel. I can't even save this class and another class. I have to open like 15 different spreadsheets every single week, and I think it's bogging my computer down.
Really? Yeah, go into the, it'll help if you go into the downloads and release a bunch of,
Yeah, I need to clear out my downloads.
yeah. We're still using
So we're in.
linear regression?
That's
Yeah,
what I use.
believe so. So explanatory variable is the scores.
No. It's the confidence rating mean.
Oh, okay. So scores is the response variable.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Once you have already entered in the explanatory and response variable into the correct columns, in the work spreadsheet, you are given a column of residual in column E. Okay. Right. Highlight both column D and E. Residual. Click on the Insert tab and then click on Scatter. You guys getting that?
So you
No.
highlight what D and E4 all the way down?
Yeah, highlight both column D and E. Click on the Insert tab and click Scatter. You want the first choice, Scatter with only markers. So select the first Scatter plot choice.
Bless you. I'm sorry. So I highlight those. I was trying to get something undone.
That's okay.
And then you
Highlight those, click on the Insert tab, and then click on Scatter. Scatter with only markers. So select the first Scatter plot choice.
only markers. Got it. Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to find that. So
Scatter with only markers.
Yeah, if you just leave your cursor over the first example of a scatter plot, underneath scatter plot, it'll highlight it and say,
So did you guys just get a bunch of blobs? Like,
I don't see Scatter on mine. Let's see.
where did you see those instructions on how to get that?
That's under 3.3.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's a different way to find the residuals, though. So maybe I read the wrong instructions. Let's see what this one says. In the regression tab, copy and paste the dependent or response variable into the response variable column, column B. The dependent variable is also known as the response variable. It is the thing you're trying to predict. Often it is more difficult / expensive variable to measure. Copy and paste the independent. Okay. Your residuals will then be calculated in column E of. Okay, so we already did that.
Okay, so let's see what the question's asking for. Compute the residuals for the data using software. Which statement best describes the residuals? So just for the residuals, do we need to add in the explanatory variable?
The residuals. I think it's A.
Just from looking at the data, it's A.
Yeah.
Because there's no way it's a linear path, and they're not all negative. So it's got to be A.
Right.
Well, and doesn't A say like between 25 and negative 40, which all the plots fall within that too.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'd say A for 5 or 6.
Based on the QQ plot vision. I would say A.
The residuals are clearly not normal.
I don't know how to determine that exactly. Let's see. Do they give like visual examples of what a curvature and megaphone look like?
No, I'm sure if we Google it, though, we can find it.
That's true.
Not that I remember seeing in the reading.
Okay, so let's see. So let's see. A curvature, if the residual plot shows curvature, that suggests that the data are not linearly related. A megaphone shape occurs when points tend to be close together on one side of the graph and further apart on the other side of the graph. If there is a megaphone shape apparent in the residuals, it suggests that the variance of the error terms is not consistent for all values of x. It suggests that there is a difference in the spread of residuals depending on the value of x. And these are just random scatter. There's no obvious pattern in the data. Outliers, if there are outliers in the residual plot, that suggests that the error terms are not normally distributed. This should also be apparent in the QQ plot of the residuals. So it actually does, I think those are all describing some residuals or numbers that aren't normal. Residuals that aren't. Unless I'm misunderstanding.
Yeah, so that are not normal.
So question 5 is actually wrong.
Question 5.
I believe, if I understand that right.
So it would probably be A then, huh?
Yeah, that's what I would guess. Unless I'm not understanding this, I might not be.
Well, let's try A. Yeah, because I mean, one of them's a megaphone looks like the positive. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
so A looks normal. Probably doesn't have the only curvature or whatever.
Right. Just on the QQ plot for these residuals, what can you say about these residuals? I would say they're fairly normal.
From the QQ plot?
Did you The scatter plot, right? Is that a QQ plot? I'm not sure.
The one on the left is, yeah, I think so. Well, no, because it doesn't have the line going through. I don't know. Let's try to find.
I think that's what the lady was asking when we are meeting with Jake, because you can only input one of them at a time.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm understanding this.
Well, the good thing is that there's only 3 choices, so we can.
Yeah.
I mean, we can put the residual data into a QQ plot.
That's true. I guess we should do that.
But we got to make it. We got to be able to sort it first. You guys remember what the name of the descriptive statistics or whatever? Is that the one with the?
Yeah, quantitative descriptive statistics.
Okay, there's that. So we put that over there. What is it doing?
I think I'm getting the same thing.
Copying it, but it won't. There's a reference error. Of course, there's a reference error. Maybe.
That's because it goes below it goes below 0.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So I guess we can't put it into a QQ plot.
I know. I don't get it. Well, let's see. I would guess B.
You would think it'd be normal,
Yeah.
even though it's going from negative 23 to or negative 40 to positive 20.
I think because it's not one of those 3 shapes that it talks about, that suggests that it's normal.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're looking at more like a process of elimination versus
Yeah.
what it is. And is that for number 5 that you're talking about, or
And that was for 7.
for 7?
So number 8 is a check all that apply, and I despise these questions.
Yeah, me too. So if I were to create a scatter plot of the data given the scatter plot, residual plot, and the QQ plot. I can't make a QQ plot. Which one of the 5 assumptions about linear regression are satisfied by this data?
So based on our previous answers, I think the residuals are normally distributed is going to be a choice.
Yeah, there is a linear relationship between x and y, which we do have.
Yeah.
The term is normally distributed, which we're assuming the variance of the, let's see, the error term is normally distributed. The variance of the error term is constant for all values of x.
I don't think so.
The residuals are normally distributed.
I think that's one of them.
I would say A, C, E.
I was going to say E as well, but I don't know that for sure.
The observations are independent. The x's are fixed and measured without error. The observations are independent. Okay, let's read. I'm going to just read about the scatter plot. To check requirement 1, we do 2 things. The first is to make a scatter plot and to visually check to see if there is a linear relationship between x and y. This has been referred to as a hot dog shape in the data. We want to make sure that there is no distinct curvature or other nonlinear characteristics. This is simply a visual check of data. So I guess our scatter plot is, mine's a big circle.
That's what mine was, towards the right-hand side of it.
So maybe I was wrong about, yeah, that's not a hot dog shape.
No, but it's asking about the scatter plot, the residual plot, and the QQ plot of what all of them were.
Yeah, but I'm talking about requirement 1 only. Requirement 1 is there is a linear relationship between x and y. So in order for there to be a linear relationship,
Oh, so you don't think it's A?
let me read that again. The first thing we do is make a scatter plot to visually check to see if there's a linear relationship between x and y. This has been referred to as a hot dog shape in the data. Is this a scatter plot though? So I would call the one we made obviously not a hot dog, but the one that's just given to us, that's technically a hot dog shape.
Yeah. Yeah, the graph that pops up when we put it in the data.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
scatter plot.
Yeah, I think we go with it and see what it does.
Okay. Let's read on to number 2 then. The residual for an observance is defined as the difference between the observed value. Wait, sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're reading about the residuals now, right?
Yeah. Residual for an observation is defined as the difference between the observed value of y and the value that would have been predicted by the regression line. As an equation, this is expressed blah blah blah. It is tedious to calculate the residuals by hand, but software can be used to find the residuals. Okay, we already did that.
I bet the plot that comes up, I bet the plot that is a residual plot, not a scatter plot.
Yeah. Yeah, we did a residual plot. I don't know how to find requirement 2.
Yeah, it says 1 and then doesn't go back to.
It only tells us how to find 1. Brother. It's ridiculous.
And where are
Yeah.
you guys reading? Where are you guys reading at?
Huh?
Where are you guys reading at?
3.1.
Well, now we were in 3.2, but it doesn't tell us about how to answer question 8. I would put all of them.
That's well,
Again, if the question didn't meet the requirements, I don't think we'd be working on it. So
that's a true statement. Yeah, let's try it and see what happens.
So what? Put them all in.
yeah. And then number 9, I'm not really sure. What is B1 the estimate for the slope?
That's on the. I got 12.695.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay, let's see. 12.695. 95% confidence interval. Input your answers for the lower bound and upper bound. So lower bound 72.273. Oh wait, no.
No, yeah, you gotta subtract it too, and I believe, right?
Sorry, confidence interval is up above. It's
Yeah, I got 10.674.
yeah, 10.674.
And then for the upper, I got 14.715.
Yep. So level of significance 0.05. What decision did we make?
T is 12.424. Wait, right? So what you guys have?
12 point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did they have 12.476? Anyways.
Yeah, I think that right there tells you it's not the answer.
the p-value is greater than, so I guess it would be D.
Yeah, we failed to reject it because it's greater.
There is insufficient evidence to conclude that the slope of the regression line is not, wait, there's insufficient evidence to conclude that the slope of the regression line is not 0.
Yeah, C.
Yeah. All right. Home stretch, guys.
All right. Crocodile.
So on this one, I remember from the test that head length is going to be the X and then body length will be the Y. Why? I'm not sure why that is, but
That's from the individual test, right?
yeah.
Yeah, head length is X.
Body length is Y, which I'm not really sure why because I don't know how head length determines body length, but whatever.
Yeah, maybe it has something to do with like the shoe size of a person or something.
Yeah.
So the dependent variable.
Body length. E.
So 95% confidence interval. Margin of error.
Except for B1, yeah. So that's going to be, let me do that math real quick.
Do you remember that equation off the top of your head? I know you got times by 1.96 and square root of something or the other.
You mean the margin of error?
Yeah.
Oh, I just cheat by looking at the confidence interval, looking at the difference between the upper and lower bound and the dividing by 2.
Yeah, that's what I did. I came up with a 0.443 if I round it.
Yep, that's what I got, 0.443.
Okay.
And then the lower I got 7.218. And the upper I got 8.103.
Yep. Can you see about B1? We are 95% confident the confidence interval will contain the true value. A, correct?
I always miss that question. I don't know.
Yeah, it's always we're 95% confident. It's never like there's a 95% chance or.
Yeah, I remember it not being ever chance. It's not chance. That part I remember.
I will submit it and see how we did.
Alrighty. Sure, we got a few wrong.
So we missed question 8.
It wasn't all of them.
We missed question 12, 13. That's it. 8, 12, and 13.
I can deal with that. I say
How,
8. I say 8 will work on last.
did you get any credit for 8?
No credit.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's an all or nothing type deal.
Oh, that's terrible. So we might not get 8 down at all. I guess
So it's 8, 12, and 13?
8, 12, and 13, yeah.
I'm surprised by 12.
I'm guessing based off of, well, hold on, because 13 was wrong too. I don't know.
So did we accidentally fail to reject when we should have rejected?
Well, it's either that or else, I mean, the first one works too, though. Fail to reject the null when the correlation coefficient R is less than 0.95. And it was like 0.7 something.
Okay.
No, I don't know if that's it either.
Yeah, low p-value is reject the null, and high p-value is fail to reject.
Hmm. Yeah, because well, let's see here. P-value.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we went off the T, huh? Instead of the P.
Yeah, and the P's definitely below.
Yeah, so we should have
Yeah, rejected it.
rejected it. Whoops. So it would be C instead, right?
Yep.
And then there is sufficient evidence.
That one's on 12. 12
Yeah.
should be C.
12, yeah.
Yeah.
And that means 13's got to be A then, because the regression line would be 0 if the p-value is all 0, pretty much. Right?
No, if we reject the null, it's always there is sufficient. So
Oh,
it would
sufficient.
be, yeah.
Sufficient evidence of the subdivision line A.
So it's B.
No, it would be D. So since we're rejecting the null.
Oh, it's not 0. That's right.
Yeah. And then 8, I guess we'll just take a stab at it.
Yeah. I'd go A, C, and E and see what you get. That was my gut.
A, C, and E.
Yeah.
I don't see why the X values wouldn't be measured without error though. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, what you said makes sense too. That
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
A, C.
But do the observations have to be independent? And the only reason I ask is because the length of a crocodile is based off of the head size,
Yeah.
and that's not independent.
Exactly. I don't get how that's a requirement.
But that was in the reading that the observations are independent.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And I wonder why I'm struggling in this class.
I think you're supposed to struggle in this class.
Yeah. Yeah, before you got on, when we were talking with Jack, Nate, Connie was talking about how she's like, yeah, I got a B. I'm hoping to get an A, but I got a B. And I'm like, holy crap. I'd love to get that. I just want to pass the class at this point.
Right. All right, let's see.
Dude, I'm hoping for a C so my company will pay for it.
I'm just hoping for a C so I don't have to worry about retaking the darn thing.
A D, you don't have to retake it, do you?
I don't know, but I'm not going to accept a D for myself. I got too much pride. I've been going to school for 3 years, and I still got 2.5 to go. And this would be the first time I even got to see if I got to see at all.
This would be my first C, and I'm rooting for it.
Yeah, me too. I've had too much going on this semester. I've had family members in the hospital and car accidents and several of them, and it's just
Oh wow.
I'm just very busy and overwhelmed. So I just want this semester to be done.
Yeah, no kidding. So I'm gonna try A, C, and what'd you say, Alex? A, C, and D?
E is what I thought, but I really don't know. I'm confused anymore.
Maybe it's all of them but B.
It could be. I'll try all of them but B, and then if that's wrong, you can try something else, Kelly.
Okay. All right, no problem.
All right. Go to submit. So far, so good. Eight's still wrong. But everything else is right.
So then, as far as 8 is concerned, what do you know was in the reading for sure? Obviously, E. The observations are independent. And obviously,
Those are all in the reading.
every single one of these,
Every
all 5.
yeah.
Yeah, so that all
But
five of them are.
It's asking about what we created. It says given the scatter plot, the residual plot, and the QQ plot that we did, what are the 5 assumptions about linear regression?
Yeah, and those are the 5 right there. So they're just asking us to say which ones are applicable.
To that particular sample.
Yeah.
So do you want me to just do A, B, and C and see how it turns out?
Alex was saying A, C, and E. So
I'm sorry, A, C, and E.
Yeah. See if that's a winner.
All right. Are you guys ready for me to submit? You already guys have your other quizzes up and answers in?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Nope, 8 is still wrong.
Darn. Oh well.
Well, I'll go.
I honestly don't have any idea.
Yeah, I don't either. I picked C, D, and E, and that was wrong.
I probably, if I had to guess, my next guess would be A, C, and D.
Go for it and see how you do. I'm happy with a 94, so.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, this was I'll go ahead and turn that updated project on.
Okay. And then what do we want to do about gathering the data? I know it's late. Is that something we wanted to go over, or did you still need to weigh yours, Alex?
Yeah, I need to weigh mine still. So, do you want to do that Wednesday's meeting?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Let's do that.
When is it due? This weekend?
No,
I think it was due last weekend.
yeah, we're a week.
I mean the overall project.
Oh, I think it's due the final week, so not the following week, but the week after.
Yeah, I think we can still get caught back up.
Yeah.
Next week is the final week, isn't it?
No. So it's next week and then finals.
The finals is not next week?
No, finals is next week.
Finals is next week?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the semester ends on the 14th.
No, well, I'm not necessarily upset about that. So
Me.
I'm not either. I just wish I had a little bit more time to study and prepare for the final. That's it. Other than that, man, I'm looking forward to it. As long as I pass, I could care less.
yeah.
I don't feel like I just graduated.
Yeah.
So everything's due then on December
Next week.
15th. So we have 10 days to finish everything.
Yep. No pressure, guys. We got this.
Right.
Yeah, I think we do. I don't think we're that far behind.
We're really not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, I'll copy you on it, Nate. Alex, I'll send you my weights on what I got on my 36 cookies.
Okay.
You can have that for you. That way you can compare.
Sounds good.
All right. Nate, did you try out?
I'll upload this video and we'll meet on Wednesday.
Sounds good.
All right,
Awesome.
guys.
Cool.
See you guys
Okay,
later.
Bye.
You got it. Bye.